Sir from 17 once again, bringing you the start of Act 6 in my Bulletstorm very hard difficulty video walkthrough. And this is Chapter 1 of Act 6, and it's Daddy'll Get You Out. And judging by the title, you're now going to know that we're now with this Soprano, or whatever he's called, the dirty general, who's been the target of Gray's anger through this entire game, and the person that fucked you over all the way back in the tutorial level. So what we've got to do now is we're searching for the Ulysses, which is the ship that we crashed right at the start of the game, and we have to deactivate a bomb that's on board it, or else it's going to wipe out all life on Stygia. And you're a trio now. It's you, it's Ishi, and it's the colonel guy, the general, whatever the fuck he is. I don't know what his rank is, can't remember. But this next section, there's going to be a lot of environmental hazards, because as you can see there's a storm happening on the planet, and that electricity will fuck you up, so stay as far away from it as you can. But with the same logic, it will also tear up the enemies, so use it to your advantage. What the game's also going to do on this level is it's going to introduce us to another variant of the heavies, and this variant is going to have the penetrator. And unfortunately it has absolutely no sexual connotation aside from the fact it sounds rude. But the penetrator is a gun that fires a drill bit, and it's a really powerful weapon, and he's going to be packing that, so it's going to be your first opportunity to get the gun, so look forward to it, because it is pretty badass, especially its secondary feature where you can actually rev the drill and run through people. It's really funny that, because when you double tap the A slide you've still got the weapon on screen and you're just cutting through dudes. It's so fun. But when you come onto this corridor, there's going to be a ton of dudes, and the best thing to do is to leash them towards you and kick them out into the storm. Just be careful though, because the cover in this room is not brilliant, as you can tell. I'm taking cover behind a leather settee, so it's probably going to be hit and miss. And also pay attention for the roofs. A lot of these areas are indoor, and they have very low ceilings, so your thumper is going to be your best weapon if you get completely stuck. Especially if there's a ton of people hoarding you and you just for whatever reasons can't kill them quick enough. If you thump them, there is no reason whatsoever why they shouldn't turn into mincemeat, basically. But do what you've been doing for the majority of the game, clean dudes up, kick ass, and keep pushing forward. And it can be a little bit challenging, this part of the game, because if you take it a little too fast you can get flanked by various different soldiers on different angles and you can have a lot of trouble. But if you take it slow, if you play it intelligently, you shouldn't have too much trouble. And as sporadic as the cover is, there is cover, so make most use of it. And right now, this is not where you want to be. I got caught with my pants down then, but luckily, when you shoot a flail gun at the heavies, it will stun them when the chain is on them, and it gives you precious seconds to get the hell out of dodge, basically. And the best thing to do here is now that I've stunned him with the flail gun, I pull his helmet off, and one more shot should finish him, but oh no, it stunned him, so now I can finish him however I want. And I choose to use the flail gun, which is pretty stupid on my part, because if I'd have pulled his head off with the leash I would have got more points. But he will always, well, I say he will always, there's a chain gun here, and he dropped it, so pick it up, kill as many dudes with it as you can. Don't push too far forward with this piece of shit though, because it's really slow. And this is another pretty complicated room, because there's a lot of office partitions or something of that design, and there's going to be a ton of dudes taking cover all over this area, and sometimes you can't really tell where they are, and the only indication if there's still an enemy around is you can hear shooting, and your team will be looking and shooting at a different direction, and that tells you that there's some dude either behind you or off to your left or your right. So just clean them up as quickly as you can. See, is that a dude on the other side of that wall? I don't know, it could have been a dead guy. And there is a lot of the explosive spheres or the explosive footballs, whatever the hell they are. So make sure you use them to get you some environmental kills. And if you get lucky, you'll knock them into the electricity, which is a nice boost to your skill points. And it's a mixture of skulls and the wankers with the helmets who fire the screamer at you. I have no idea what was going off then. I don't know if I hurt him or what, but the dude was screaming. Screaming like a sailor. And I get a nice blind fire there because my screen was completely white because it hit me with the firework. And the left trigger tells me now that a heavy's probably turned up. And here he is. And look at that shit. I hate that weapon sometimes. It fucks me off so much. But this is the upgraded heavy. And all he is an electricity charged heavy that has the drill bit gun, which is called the penetrator. And I've just stood in the electricity then, so try not to do that or you will get killed. And there is the gun if you want to try it out. What I will warn you is, it's kind of like the sniper rifle without the ability to guide the bullet. It has pretty similar damage. It is a pretty similar projectile because it's one high power, single shot projectile. And it is fun for a bit, but it's, I don't know. That's probably the one thing that disappointed me most about this game, was the fact that it's built on ridiculous kills and all these skill shots, and it has a very limited munition base. It doesn't have that many guns to play with. And on this moment now, you're going to get rushed by shotgun guys, you're going to get rushed by skulls. There's a ton of electricity to use to your advantage, and right then, as they were all rushing around the corner, if I'd have been quicker to charge my carbine, I could have probably got a lovely X-ray kill and took them all out, but I was a little too slow. I could have even used the secondary function of the flail, but I was, I don't know, probably having a bad day at that moment. And there we go, I take that dude out. And watch out here, because as you can see there's fireworks going off left, right and centre, and the fireworks will hit you with splash damage, and if you're dying and you get hit by splash damage, it's going to finish you off, and nobody wants to die because it's just bullshit. But they're probably one of the most frustrating enemies on the game, purely because you can't do a lot with them and they're really quick. So if you do start getting overrun by enemies that have a significant distance on you, just pull out your sniper rifle and start headhunting. And just remember, Jesus Christ! I've got American Idol on the background. It's not something that I've put on personally. It's just come on after whatever the program was on, and it's showing the contestants that have been told that they have to leave. And this huge fucking black woman just walked down this little ramp. She's like 7 Emmys side on. She's huge. Jesus Christ, like Godzilla. But anyway, back to the game. When you get into this area, you have to slide down. The reason why I'm trying to look that way is because I thought there might have been a secret, but there clearly isn't. And when you come down here and you push forward, you're going to spawn a ton of bad guys, so trim the barrels to try and get some environmental kills. If you see anybody on fire, make sure you shoot them and you will get the afterburner skill shot. And just keep doing what you're doing. This room right here is an interesting one because it's kind of a U-shape, and imagine an upside down U-shape, should I say. It goes all the way forward, it turns around that corner, it comes all the way back, and then there's an entrance to the right. And the enemies are going to spawn from the far hand side right that I just mentioned, and they're going to run all the way around towards you. And you can pull them towards you and get them hit by the electricity, you can kick them off the edge, you can do whatever you want to do, but the problem with this is they get a clear line of sight on you as they enter the room and as they walk around the room. There's only when they get behind that big potted plant that I'm looking at where they can't shoot you, so you can potentially get tagged from a majority of different angles, so just be as careful as you can. And just electrocute some dudes. But as you can see, I put myself in a shit tip there because I pushed forward and it wasn't clear, so I did some pretty decent sliding to get out of there. And now's the time to try and take out this dude's backpack with my headhunter. And once his backpack's gone, the dude's a pussy. But I think I missed this shot. Oh no, I hit him in the chin. It's this one that hits the plant, I think. Yeah, look at that, that's bullshit, that. I even did a little kick out of frustration. Oh, check me out! Like a Clint Eastwood shot that, it weren't even near him and it still killed him. Chuck Norris style. But finish off kicking dudes, make sure that you've got ammo in your guns because this level just keeps on getting rougher. And that's the end of this video guys, so thanks for watching, you take care now.